don't be entitled. Don't feel entitled, because this will end. At some point in your life, this will end, and the the pain will come.
Welcome to the Overcomers. We are airing every single Tuesday at 4 p.m. It's a little bit different because we have an 8 hour time between us. So obviously, it's not 4 p.m. for either of us. But we're here today to just talk about life and kind of the BS that life has thrown at us, and that we just, took by the reins and went on and carried on and survived. Everybody's journey is super different, and everybody's hardships can just range. Some people it's losing a parent, some people it could be losing a dog. Either way, you're going through it, and somebody else could be going through it. So you can possibly sharing your experience, your tips, and just how you overcame it. So
Well, okay.
Emil, did I
Yeah,
already mess up?
yeah,
Emil?
sure. It sounds
Uh,
nice.
he is here with us today to share his story. Um, this is my first time really talking to you face to face. We've been chatting it up for a couple of weeks. I know that.
Yeah.
But could you just tell us a little bit about your current life? Where do you live? What are you doing? What's your job? And just kind of what are you facing right now in current life?
Well, I'd like to start backwards. First, I'm living in Bulgaria, in Sofia. Um, and my story may be a bit different than other people's in that I had it pretty easy in my life, and I found that you have to overcome easiness. You don't have to. You really must not live easy, because now I can feel it that it's pretty hard for me to go through life. I've had it pretty easy childhood, no hardships whatsoever, none. I've studied in the best schools in Bulgaria, and I have a nice family. So no hardships, but the hardship here is that you have to overcome this easy life, because laziness comes with it. The saddest thing for me is to see people that are smart, that are talented, and to waste their time. I was a person like that. I wasted maybe 10 years of my life doing absolutely nothing in my, of course, in my high school years. And but then I started taking different jobs as a student, and then as a young adult, and I finally saved money. I learned what is to work, how to go hard about work. Of course, a person should uh, look not to burn out. Burning out is also part of working hard.
Yeah.
We don't want that. Yeah, and the hardest thing for me to overcome is laziness, basically laziness. And now I find myself in a situation where 24 hours I have something to do. If I didn't need to sleep, I probably wouldn't sleep.
Yeah.
There are so much things in life, and that is you can overcome that by just going outside and finding a job, do something. Even the poorest job, don't think about the money, just do it.
Yeah.
Learn to work. You should learn to work, because nothing comes easy. I
Mhm.
mean, in our society, we look at successful people, and we don't cheer them. Many people don't cheer successful people here, which is so strange to me.
Mhm.
They just say, "Oh, he got this money. He must be a criminal or something like that." No, there are no easy money even here,
Yeah.
and people should never look at successful people and tell, "Ah, they got it easy." No, it's not easy. By the way, with work, I I managed to save some money. So now 2 years of my life, I can just really study and explore my opportunities to begin my own business.
Nice,
In
nice.
Yeah, and
What type of business
that's
are you looking to go into?
oh, agricultural business. Yeah, it's agricultural. So I'd like to manufacture. How do you say it? The fruit you make wine with, grapes. I want to. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'd like to have a big winery one day. I got small one right now, and I'm producing wine and all types of berry juices.
That's
No
awesome.
matter what's the berry, I make berry juice as well, and I combine berries with the wine so to make it better. You
My
know, and
my somebody in my family, he's always making wine, and like he just now got it perfect. So I took like a sip and I was like, this tastes like it's from the store. Like this tastes great. So I have a real deep appreciation who are able to make wine. It's really good wine.
yeah, I should send you from my wine to try it. I don't know the border control how will it get it in the
Yeah,
U.S., but we'll manage.
I won't allow it in. I'll have to smuggle
Yeah, sure, of course. There is always the Mexican option.
it. So what did you do before you said that you were able to save money and you're able to work jobs and work hard? What did you do? Did you enjoy it?
Oh,
And
I worked in sales. I used to sell diamonds.
okay.
It's a pretty nice business, I might add. Probably the nicest environment ever. You don't have any conflicts in this business, and your only goal is to sell, to sell, to sell, to sell as much as you can, as much as you need to sell.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you need to do, and I did it okay, I guess.
Yeah, but
I
it wasn't a passion?
mm, no, it wasn't a passion, but it was something I had to do.
Mhm.
But I felt alive doing it. There was not 1 minute where I felt bad doing it,
Yeah.
or not in my place. I created my place, and I have a story there. You have to succeed. You don't just have to like what you do, and you cannot like it, if I can say that. But you need to like the people that are around you, and that are helping you do it. You have to appreciate people and to be loyal to those people, and happiness comes from those pure human encounters. I i think, at least for me, it's that.
Yeah, yeah. So like at what age did you finish school? Did you go to like finishing school or college, or was it just high school and done?
Oh, I finished high school and then straight to the university, and after I finished my bachelor degree, I right now I'm studying law.
Okay.
My passion is there, actually. I'd like to be a lawyer one day. Hopefully this year.
Yeah, nice.
Mm,
Nice. Good luck with
yeah,
that. I know it's hard.
thanks. I hope it all works out. I don't have plan B.
So right now you're kind of building your business
Yep.
as well as studying. And you were able
Yep.
to do this because, you worked hard and did the hard things that
Yeah.
aren't so much fun
Yeah.
for however many years. What was like the biggest struggle with keeping yourself motivated? Because it seems like you have these dreams, and you know what I mean. Like they've kind of been with you for a while, but for some people, it is hard to just start with doing something like they don't like to get to somewhere they do.
Yeah.
Was there anything that you kept repeating yourself or reminding yourself or doing that just kind of helped you to not lose motivation or not stick to what's comfortable?
Well, I always go into things motivated to do them. There is no thought in my mind to not do it, or something is not okay for me. Basically, I don't find reasons not to do things. But uh, also, I do things only things I want to do. Um, yeah, back then I didn't want to work, actually, but I had to earn my own money. I can't stay on the back of my parents for my whole life.
Mhm.
That's done to me. So I had to work in the beginning, but then I learned how to work, so I don't resent it. And I started to enjoy my 8 hours of working for somebody else, and to I start accepting the time there to get paid and to help this person grow their business. And that's all about work. That's the only motivation I had: the salary, nothing else. I needed the money so I could be free. um, in Bulgaria, you get free when you have the money, not before that. Before that, you have to slave away for somebody else, and there are many people that don't climb above that level of
Yeah.
just doing the job for somebody else and getting paid almost nothing.
Hmm.
The motivation was money, basically, not some emotional motivation, not growing motivation. I needed the money, and the growing came out of it. I didn't even know that I have to learn this lesson,
Hmm.
how
You know,
to
sounds
how to
it
work.
sounds like a great thing. I think money is the motivation for a great majority of the working class people.
Yeah.
You know, it's as simple as that. You can't be comfortable in life without some
No.
sort of financial comforts, financial cushion, you know. Um, but yeah, it's nice that you know people are out there and they know that it's just they have to do this and they're willing to do this so that they can be comfortable, they can possibly move up. And some people do just stick to this is paying my bills, so I'm going to do this forever.
No, I did it for the freedom it gives me. I didn't have any bills to pay at that time, actually, because I used to live with my parents
Yeah.
since I was 21 or 22, something like that. And I didn't have any bills to pay when I started working. So it wasn't the bills, it was not, I just needed the money to do what I wanted to do, to be free and to not have anybody telling me what to do, what
Mhm.
I can buy, what I can't buy, what I can invest in, because I actually didn't spend my money. I invested back in what I want to do now.
Yeah, and it was your money, so
Yeah.
was there any like mistakes you made when you were trying to save this money and trying to was there any like faults you made in the sense of overworking or you know, doing things that
Yeah.
damage your mental health?
Overworking was the hardest part of it, though, because even my boss, my beautiful lady boss, when I was selling diamonds, used to tell me, "Don't work so hard. Do you want to rest? I can give you the week off. Just don't burn yourself out." I didn't listen to her, of course. I just wanted to make as much possible income for the company, so I didn't rest, and it took 2 years of my life. Those 2 years just burned me out completely, and I didn't want to hear the word work or job or something like that.
Yeah,
I just it was there came a day and I just left. I just thought I'm too tired, I need something else, and I left. No hard feelings in on both parties.
yeah, yeah. But if you could
But
go back, would
that's
you
true.
not overwork yourself, or do you think you'd do the same thing?
No, I learned how to relax. Actually, I knew how to relax. I forgot about it, all about it, because I was pretty hard on myself. I needed to do something all the time, and after that job, I relearned how to relax. And you just need to chill.
Yeah.
Watch a YouTube video. I don't know, watch a movie or something. Give yourself 2 3 hours a day just for yourself,
Hmm.
no one else.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, it's really nice. I get to work obviously from my home office, and
Yeah, I'm in my home office as well.
on my lunch breaks, you know, half the time I don't even take a lunch break because I just want to like knock things
Yeah,
out.
right.
But I mean, I'm just like a very I have my schedule, I have every 30 minutes planned out. Um, but yeah, that being able to relax after going really hard, working super hard for 8 hours, 9 hours. I have 9 hour shifts. So it's like,
Ooh,
yeah,
9 hours. That's
you
hard.
have, I mean, it's for some people they work like 13-hour shifts and they're like 9 hours, that's nothing. And then some people work 7-hour shifts and they're like, I could never, you know? But, you know, it's just reality, and as long as I'm able to give myself the time to relax, the time to decompress and, like, get other things done, like cleaning and, you know what I mean, just random things, calling my
Yeah,
dog's pet and stuff. Um, like I'm living a good life. But
yeah.
if you're not able to give yourself that time, it would be insanely stressful. I can imagine working 14 hours with my same schedule. I'd only be getting maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and yeah, it wouldn't be good in the long run, at least.
Yeah, but when you're working for yourself, actually, it's a 24/7 shift.
Mhm,
There is no resting.
yeah,
There is always something new to do and something new to overcome. That's not hard. It's interesting actually because you do it for yourself. If you don't do it, nobody will do it for you, and
yeah,
you have to do it in the end of the day. And that's interesting, and that made me learn that you never should be content with yourself. You should never feel exactly right in the position you are.
okay.
There should be a bit of stress, that little thought in your mind that tells you, it's not perfect, you need to do something more. And
Mhm,
every day is a new struggle. Every day you need to get out there and do what you have to do to move forward, or at least to learn something, because mm, you fail a lot when you do things by yourself, for yourself, and you learn while moving ahead
mhm,
how to not fail, how to read people better, because I understood that if you're not working for somebody, there is nobody to hold your hand to tell you how to speak to people, how to deal with people. And I found that there are many people that are not, how to put it better so I don't insult them. They don't want you to succeed. They're
yeah.
just they stand in your way, and you have to learn how to overcome that. I still haven't, so I can't talk about it. It's hard for me as well. There are people that make me crazy.
You know what? Velko is actually, I'm not sure if you watch his show,
Yeah,
and this is
I
for
watch it.
everybody because it's the Wake and Make show that he's been doing every weekday morning.
Yeah.
And these are coming out. These will already be out by the time this airs, but for you, it's
Hmm.
coming out in the next 2 days, I think. He has one that's about work, and then another about patience. And both of them,
Hmm.
I was like editing them, and I was like, oh, this is gold. This is amazing stuff. And it really was like, I'm struggling with personal, everybody's struggling with personal stuff. But I watched that patience video and I was like, that's all you need is to take a step back and let things unfold. You can't control what you can't control. And like with work, it's like you don't take a step back, but you do have to look at things from different perspectives and allow yourself to decompress and answer your questions because there is nobody that's going to help you. You're the only person that can help you. And if you're flustered and stressed, like you're not gonna help anybody, like especially not yourself.
Yeah, they still don't make people for that, but they do for everything else. Oh, and that's one of the points I wanted to make. I learned, and it's a pretty nice lesson, that your success is depends on other people. No matter how we put it, and how some people like to say, "Oh, I did it all by myself. I'm so great." No, you did it with the help of a lot of other people,
Mhm.
and that's the lesson. You have to show loyalty, and you have to show interest in the other person. I heard Velko speaking about that as well, by the way, about showing interest first. You have to be more interested in other people than they are with you, so they become interested with you.
Yeah,
You help them, and you help them with stuff. I'll give an example after that. You help them with stuff, and they will help back, and that's a constant. People do that. I've never had a person that I've helped and they blew me off after that.
yeah,
No, everybody comes back. And the example I want to give is that I have a friend that is an accountant, and I was really thinking about how in school they never teach us how to do our bills, taxes, or stuff like that.
mhm,
Just the economic, boring stuff, but the stuff you need to do and need to know. And he's an accountant, and I just got him to do not like seminars, but something like courses for people about 18 and 19 years old of age.
yeah,
Yeah, and young people right after school. He gets $10 from a kid, and there are 15 kids, so he makes 150 for an hour, and that's an income to this guy from an idea that he didn't had. I gave that to him. I gave him the place. I helped him set up his shop,
Yeah.
and he started. And right now he's doing my books absolutely for free. That
So
this is what I
cool.
mean. That people help each other, and this better way to succeed in life. Just be loyal to people, be friendly with them, and mm, they'll return the favor.
And do what you
I
can.
might say,
And help a
yeah.
person, them, you know?
Yeah, and the most important thing is to not be hypocritical. You can't be hypocritical with people because they will know. People always know when you're not genuine, or not from the start, but somewhere along the way they get that. So what I do with people is basically what pharmaceutical companies do with doctors. I try to learn things about this person and get involved in their life, so they can get involved. They want to get involved in my life as well, and it's a two-way street.
Yeah,
That's another lesson I've learned. You have to loyalty and respect can go a long way.
yeah,
Basically, that's what I think, and you have to show that to people. No matter you like them, you don't like them, it doesn't matter. You're there to do business in the start.
yeah. What are your, you say that you like to build interest in people. So what are your top networking like tips for when you're talking to people about either just building friendships or talking about your new business or the fact that you want to become a lawyer? Like who are you reaching out to? Who are the people that you want in your life right now? So, you know what I mean? It's like a give to get type situation. You don't necessarily want horrible people, but people that'll help you grow. Who are those people that you're looking for now that you really want to build relationships with and be interested in so they're interested in you? Oh, I lost you, cut out. Oh no. Just a little break in that.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So we were at me asking who you're looking forward to bringing into your life right now
Hmm,
and connecting with and networking with, like who you're looking to find when you say be interesting first.
Let me think about it. I never bring people in my life based on what I need. They always What I need always comes. I don't know if it's the same with other people, but it's always been the case with me. I never look forward to meet up anyone. Actually, I'm a pretty introverted person. That's why I don't particularly like to be in large groups of people. Uh, However, I don't know how it happens, but people find me. We talk like we're talking to each other right now, and you say something that might help me or something like that, and I'll be interested in that, and we'll speak about it. And I'll ask you probably, do you need something in your life that I can do what I can do for you? But that's, I mean, 3 or 4 conversations in the future.
Mhm.
Um, but I'm looking for smart people. But by smart, I mean not people that have read many books, but people that are already successful in their field.
Mhm.
Uh, Me as a lawyer, yeah, it's obvious how I can help them. Um, but how they can help me about that, I don't think they can. That's actually something you have to do by yourself. The
Yeah.
people that are helping you are your teachers, and eventually, if you know something in working that, something that someone that is a lawyer or someone like that that can help.
Gotcha. Has there ever been any time where like where somebody did you wrong and how did you handle that?
Mm,
Seem like a very genuine person, but there's always, some people in the world that are just not the nicest or they're on the
did me
wrong.
wrong in like in what context? In high school or something like that as kids, or
Anything that sticks with you to this day, you know what I mean?
oh yeah, there was a kid in school that I have a quarrel with, but it was an everyday struggle with him. He hated me. I hated that guy, and that haunts me. I still remember that. I don't know why. I've of course forgiven that dude, and he as well forgiven me. We know each other now, and we're speaking as not as close friends, but we know each other.
Yeah.
And to this day, I don't know why we had to fight with that guy every single day in school. It was a struggle with him. I
Wow.
go to school, I know that there will be a fight today.
Yeah.
And that was like first, second, third, and fourth grade.
Oh,
Yeah,
you were young.
yeah. But did me wrong. Actually, nobody did me wrong to this day in a bad way. If someone did me wrong, it's mostly because they didn't know that they're doing me wrong.
I like that perspective. That's really positive.
Thank
You
you. I stay positive. We
Yeah, no,
have to be
no.
positive.
A lot of times we sometimes hurt people without realizing it.
Yeah,
So it's really easy to take offense to every little thing, especially I'm sorry, but especially here in America, we take offense to everything. Like it depends on the person, but a lot of people, you know, they don't have much of a tolerance for it. And if people had more of a perspective that they probably didn't know they were hurting
yeah,
me when they said that thing, or they probably weren't meaning it like that. I think a lot of more people would get along, and they would have those things where it's like we didn't even know why we were arguing, but we were young and we were stupid, and we can get over it,
yeah.
because it's nothing to dwell on. We offended each other back and forth in third grade. Okay, let's get over it now.
Yeah. It was when we were kids, so right now. But what you said about in America, yeah, we see that what you have, we see it here, and it's pretty strange to me why just people don't speak to each other. They're always shouting at each other.
Oh yes.
They need to speak more, shout less. I don't know. I'm in no position to give advice to the American people what they have to do,
Everyone
but
knows it here. Everybody knows it.
yeah,
You know?
it's just strange the shouting about mm, most
Not
of the time about yeah, nonsense, meaningless stuff like
and you look at the world, and there's war going on, and there's turmoil everywhere, and like we're arguing over the silliest things that offend .0001 of the population, maybe.
yeah, and
But it's
it's
shouted from the rooftop, so it has to affect everybody's lives, unfortunately.
yeah, and it's people's fault that they get offended. Actually, and it's my opinion.
Mhm.
I don't want anybody to get offended.
Yeah.
No, they don't need to. If they get offended, it's all on them. You know, if you don't let the outside world influence you, it won't actually. If um, you know the nword
Hmm.
in the US, we use it here to people in its fullest. When we see a black guy, oh, that's. But right here, it's no way offensive to those people. We don't put anything offensive in it. It's just we're told as little kids we're being told that people from Africa are called that.
Yeah.
And we never knew why they are called that. We
Mhm.
never knew the meaning behind this word, and it was pretty strange to me when those movements, Black Lives Matter or something, got out. All lives matter, black, yellow, green, no matter. All lives matter to me, I guess. And it was strange. It was strange to see people fight over whose life is
More important.
worth more. Yeah, is more important. That was pretty strange to me.
And it's so sad because like there's totally two very real sides to that argument. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I understand a lot of both sides, but it's like again, we choose to yell it instead of talking about it. We choose to
yeah,
automatically fight with each other. And again, I don't put blame on one side or the other, but it is what it is. Like there's violence and there's fighting, and it's a lot of name calling, and just there's no need for it when you can simply have a conversation and just treat another person with respect. And when you don't get treated with respect, to move
yeah,
on, you can.
yeah.
There's always
Just
a
move on.
point where you can't move on, but move on if you can, and live your life, and just agree to say that person either didn't know that they were disrespecting me, or like I can get over it. I can get over the disrespect, because if they were like, why should I care if they were disrespecting me? Then I simply don't care about them. So
Yeah, and
it's
that's
hard over
yeah.
here.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, thanks. I just want to say that this is actually the philosophy of turning the other cheek. You just don't
Mhm.
get offended. Someone is screaming in your face. They have more problems than you to do that. You're not the one that is screaming. And this is what I love about maybe a cliche, but love doesn't always beat hate. Love doesn't always win. uh, Actually, it doesn't always win, but it always beats hate. There is time when people will see who's the real asshole right now,
Mhm.
and
The
then
asshole
you
might
can
win.
beat people with love.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was what I was thinking. Perception is reality, and just people shouldn't perceive you as the asshole. That that's the way I
Yeah,
learned to
I
live.
like that. Is there anything going on in Bulgaria that's like crazy right now?
Oh, the fear of war, of course.
The fear
It's
of, is it like is it really close?
mm,
Um,
let me just count it. 400 kilometers. It should be like uh, a little more than 200 miles,
oh,
something like that.
oh my gosh,
It's
that's really close.
it's so close, yeah. And if you go there through straight, if you draw a straight line from Bulgaria to Ukraine, it's less than that. It's like
Wow.
150 miles or something like
Oh, that's so sad.
that. And
Are people at all fleeing from Ukraine to Bulgaria? Or are they going to different countries?
yeah, in my neighborhood there are so many new people, all from Ukraine,
Yeah.
all refugees, and it's phenomenal to see that the society you live in, they give their own houses to the
Hmm.
refugees.
Yeah,
Like there are people that have more houses, more homes than one, and they give the houses they don't live in to Ukrainians.
that's
And
amazing. There's really good
and
people out there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We see minorities in Bulgaria, like gypsies, those people that everybody hates for some reason. But uh, they show us what is how do you say it? What is charity? But the good kind of charity, where you get everything you have and you just give it to those
Mhm.
people, like a gift,
Yeah,
and with a good heart. And that was amazing too. The minorities showed the big bad Bulgarians how to actually deal
give
with the
back. Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
like that. And it teaches some people who may have been, you know, simply just racist, or had certain opinions, like to bring people closer together, that there's no
yeah,
such thing as a bad type of person. There's bad people, but there's no like type of bad people, and you can
yeah,
find good anywhere and in any situation like this, where there's war going on and there's lives being lost, but you're able to see a community come together and show love, and show appreciation and give back. I mean, that's seeing the good in just the horrible situations that are going on around the world.
but can I ask you, what do you think about how do you overcome fear,
Me personally,
especially fear of war or something that can end your life tomorrow?
so I
It's
mean,
done.
I was born in 2000, so right after
Yeah.
my birthday, we were attacked.
Oh
The
yeah.
9/11 attacks. My
Yeah.
first birthday, that happened, and then we went into Iraq and we did all of that stuff. And I'm not even familiar with it because it's just been such a second nature to me. Just that America's always been involved in wars, but I've never been involved in a
Yeah.
war. So for
Yeah.
me, it's like I can't even fathom the fear of it, because it's never been that close to me. And if when it was in 2001, I wasn't able to remember it. It's just a story to me, like, not to downplay it, but to me it was just
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
told and told and told. I didn't experience it at all. Um, so I mean, to get over the fear of that, I wouldn't know where to start, but I would just guess it's do as much as you can, in the sense of being a good person and treating others well, and just trying to give yourself some sort of faith in humanity. because it's really hard when somebody's trying to kill you and all of your people. It's really hard to have any type of faith that humans are inherently good.
Are good, yeah.
But when you see an entire community of 500 people come together because this one person's being an asshole, you know what I mean? Like, that will give you faith in humanity. So that's where I think fear may be somewhat resolved, is when you
Yeah.
have that faith, you know?
So you say have faith in people. That sounds nice.
I'm not saying
I
have faith
thought
in,
about it
you
because,
know,
but
like, he has nuclear weapons. I'm not saying have faith in the outcome. I have no idea what the future is
yeah.
coming.
Oh,
But
nobody knows actually.
yeah, but you can have faith in just that people are still good and people are going to do what they can to help out others, and like that's all you can ask for, you know. Realistically, there's no superheroes in today's world.
Yeah.
There's no Superman that's going to come and save the day, but we can work together as much as possible.
Yeah, and feel like the superheroes actually. When I see the people that are helping, I see it in their faces. They're glowing, and it's the
Yeah.
nicest thing. I mean, I felt greatest when I could help somebody in need.
Mhm.
That's a phenomenal feeling. Nothing else can give you that.
Mhm.
Maybe drugs. I don't know. I don't know about that. But I saw the world coming together against this one asshole, and I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Right now, the world is helping one country that
Mhm.
is being destroyed.
Yeah.
It's total destruction.
Yeah, and I can't
Nothing
speak on
will live there.
can speak on the faith. You know, faith helps a lot of things, and it may help resolve fear and
Yeah.
you know,
Mm,
or at least give you a different type of motivation. Like fear, it's fear in itself is motivation, but it's a scary motivation. It's not anything you want to continuously live through and just live in fear. But faith, I mean, you could live with that motivation for your entire life and be set. You really can. And I'm not even talking about religion. I'm just talking about
oh, of course, of course. I'm
person and the fact of seeing the good in other people and trying to be the best version of you and not doing wrong when you know things are wrong, you know, like
yeah.
that's
I
what's
guess that's the true meaning of religion, actually, to make you have faith, no matter what the religion is. I don't care about religion as well. I mean, I don't believe in God from the books. I believe in my God in my head,
that's how I feel.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty paganistic view of the world, but I don't care. It
Mhm.
works for me fine. Great, I would
Whatever
say.
works for anybody, honestly, as long as you're not hurting other people or, you know,
Yeah,
pushing other people, you are doing a great job. And as long as other people are, you know, obviously if somebody's being one horrible, horrible human, either life's
yeah,
gonna take them down or other people will, but, like, it's not your position to be that in somebody, you know?
yeah.
It's their job to be good or bad, not your job to make sure they're good or bad.
Right? I was thinking that because there are many people that want to change you or change somebody else or change the world or change whatever they want. I thought that you have to change yourself first to be able to change something else.
Yeah.
I mean, the change is always from the inside, and if you act well, maybe people will see that and they will change themselves
Mhm.
also.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just try to be normal, positive person. I don't know what you have to do to succeed in life, but that's a step ahead, I think.
Yeah, yeah, that's the first step in happiness and living a good life.
Yeah, maybe happiness is more important uh, than material things. That I mean, if you find your happiness not from if it comes not from material things, it's better than the happiness that comes from a new toy, I guess, or
Yeah,
something new car, new boat, new anything new.
yeah.
It's nice for the first 3 days, but after that you want something else.
And
Actually,
honestly, it's like because happiness and being a good person and, you know, spreading joy is free. Like, there
yeah,
is, like, saving up for it. You don't have to save up to help somebody at the door or help somebody carry their groceries. Like, you don't have to save at all. It's simply just spending an extra minute. Just
yeah, and it saves a minute from their lives because
Mhm.
they may be an an
Yeah,
old person that can carry their bags. You help him, and this will be everything. This will mean the world to this person.
And
I
just
think
like when
I've
you
seen
give
it.
a person a gift, like if you give somebody a sweater, it's like they're gonna enjoy the
Yeah,
sweater, but they're not
yeah.
gonna remember it for the rest of their life. You know what I mean? You help somebody paint their entire house because they physically can't paint their house. Like they're gonna remember that for their entire life.
Well, they will have to remember that. They'll see it every day, so they will
Exactly. Yeah.
remember it. Yeah, that's nice. Actually, helping people do their to better their lives is better than just to helping them with stuff.
Yeah, giving them things. Yeah.
Yeah, I I don't mean I'm not charitable, but what was it? Learn a man to fish, not just give him a fish to eat, or something like that. I don't know what the true saying was.
Teach a man to I don't know.
If you teach a man to fish, he will be able to eat,
Eat forever.
to take care to take care for his food every day.
You
But
give a
if you
man a
give
fish,
him,
he eats for one night. You teach a man to fish, he eats for life.
yeah, exactly that.
One time.
Finally, we got it.
Yeah, but it's true. I mean, knowledge and helping somebody physically is way more important than something materialistic. And again, maybe not in all cases, because I know that if somebody really, really needs a
Yeah,
car would help them out. You know what I mean? Like it would really help them out. But you driving them to and from places will help them out just as much. It's just you're not paying with money, you're paying with your time. It's more personal. It's you know what I mean? There's more to be
yeah.
thankful for almost.
Time is precious, and maybe some people say that it's the most expensive resource we have.
Mhm.
Mm, I find that true, but there are more expensive things for me than
Yeah, it's easy to
just
take
time.
time for granted. That's what
Yeah,
I can say for certain, you know? Some days it feels like there's not enough time, and the other days you're, like, just turning on another show and another show, like, waiting for something exciting to happen.
yeah. I've had days that I hated that there are only 24 hours. I
Mhm.
needed more. I needed more, and not to be tomorrow. But um, there were 10 years of my life since I got into high school and until my second year in university, around 10 years or something like that, where I didn't want to do anything, just smoke weed and be a teenager.
Mhm.
And that threw me into a black hole. I call it the black hole because nothing was happening. There was no time, no space for me, just existing. It was strange. This is what laziness gives you. I had to overcome that, and the only way to overcome laziness is by doing the exact opposite. Just to fill your time with stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Go outside, meet with people, or just stay in the park or something. Don't stay in your home and doing nothing.
Yeah, whenever somebody's, like, in my house and you can see them, they're, like, laying on the couch and it's, like, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and
Yeah.
they're like, "I'm so tired," and I'm like, "Then get up, dude, like, let's find something
Yeah,
to do, like, let's take the dogs around the block or go grocery shopping or just" you know what I mean? Do 10 jumping jacks and you'll have energy, I promise, you know? It's as simple as
and what's the answer when you tell this person that?
eh,
Usually,
depends on the person, but most of the time, if you do get them out of bed and you do get them up, 5 minutes passes and
yeah,
and they forget they were even tired, you know?
yeah, right.
It's insane. It's insane.
Um, I laugh because I used to say that it's like 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Oh, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Whole day, I did nothing that day. Absolutely nothing. Just woke up. That was my greatest accomplishment that day.
Mhm.
Maybe drinking coffee, playing some video games. But when I say I was tired, usually the other side asks me from what. I mean, you did nothing that day.
Mhm.
Go and do something and get yourself really tired. Yeah, or if you want to get untired, do something. So I was the guy on the couch, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can relate to those people. It's not easy to get out from the couch, actually.
So how did you truly get out from the couch? What was the change?
Uh,
Just that you realized you didn't want to stay with your parents, you can't live off your parents for the rest of your life, or what?
I became highly irritated by that. Uh, I was so bummed out that I did nothing and that
Okay.
I wasted 10 years of my life. I have friends that um, when I got into university, they had their businesses
Hmm.
started and running, and now they're living the life. I mean, they're good, and I didn't do that, and I was looking at them, and I felt irritated at myself. How can I be such a bum, such a loser? I need to do something.
Yeah.
I, the problem is that the world has too many losers. I mean, and laziness is the reason.
It's easy to find it acceptable in
Yeah,
today's world. Yeah.
yeah. It's just easy to accept that you don't have to do anything today, and it's fine. I mean, a month or two, it's okay. But after that, it just gives you pain
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah.
It becomes painful, really.
Hmm.
My grandfather used to say that laziness doesn't kill people; it makes them suffer. And I found out that it's true
Yeah.
in the hard way. The hard way I found that it's true.
Yeah. That you just
I
kind
really did suffer from
of suffer. You're
laziness.
slowly killing yourself and just putting more pain,
Yeah,
more
by
worry.
thinking you're elevating the pain, actually you're adding to it
Hmm. Hmm.
by doing nothing or taking or drinking a beer at 2 p.m. I guess,
Yeah.
where when you can do something with your life that will enrich your life, that will
Hmm.
is a positive experience. I mean,
Yeah. And I'm not saying everybody should be like this, but I mean, you look at the billionaires of the world, and
yeah.
it is a little bit naive to think you can work your way up to $1 billion.
Oh,
You know what I mean? But
yeah,
the people who have, I mean, they're working hard. It's really easy to think, oh, you have $1 billion, like you have everybody doing those things. No, because they're
yeah.
still working for it. You know what I mean? They're paying the salaries of millions of people. Like they're
Yeah,
responsible for millions of people. They have to keep that thing running. And they're working,
yeah,
I forget who it is, if it's Jeff Bezos or if it's like Elon Musk, somebody, but they work like 20 hours out of the day, like nonstop.
yeah. Elon Musk,
Stop.
that guy sleeps in his factories. He
Hmm.
doesn't sleep in his home, which is
Yeah.
he's a real workhorse. But he'll get us to Mars, so
Yeah. Yeah.
more power to him.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But it makes you happy. So it's like, do what makes you happy.
yeah, it's my motivation was never to be a billionaire in my life. I know that that's not something for everybody.
Yeah.
My goals are like in the millions range, not the
There you go.
billions. But yeah, no, actually, it's those people for me are psychopaths. It's impossible to work so hard, so much, and yeah, you have to be ruthless to keep that business. At least I think that there are a lot of people that want to take that for
Oh,
sure,
oh
that
yeah.
want to steal from you. I've heard a story about when you said Jeff Bezos. I remember that one of the princes of the Arab Emirates um, used to send him, used to, chat with that guy, with Jeff
Hmm.
Bezos. And he sent him that Pegasus program, that the surveillance program of the Israeli government.
Gosh.
Well, you can look for it in Google. Um, so that guy wanted to steal Jeff Bezos' secrets. If you steal his secrets, you can steal his business.
Hmm.
So how must that guy feel? I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to
Can't
go to
trust
sleep
anybody.
and yeah, you can't trust anybody. You can go to space and be a nice guy, but
Yeah,
you
he
will.
divorced and she took like half of his money.
Oh,
I think
yeah, yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
like a decent chunk at least, if not half.
Well, it's a world phenomenon.
Yeah.
There is an epidemic of gold diggers. I
I think
like to
she did
say.
help build the company though. I think she was a big part in creating it, so you deserve something. But yeah,
Oh,
it's just too
uh,
the fact that like
I don't know the story about her.
yeah, it's just the fact that you have to worry about about
Yeah.
if somebody is or isn't having your best interest in mind, or if they are, was she ever in love with you, or was it always about the money, or did she, you know what I mean? Who knows?
Oh, I'm talking about women and men when I say gold diggers. It's not just women. There are
Yeah,
many men that do that as well to rich old ladies,
yeah,
and it sucks, of course. But there are too many gold diggers. Those are people that want to get rich pretty fast, pretty easy,
based on other people's money, you
and
know?
emotions. Basically, you play with that person's emotions, and it's not cool, you know.
Yeah,
If you truly love them, they will give you the same amount of money. It will be the same outcome.
yep,
Just try to love the person at
yeah,
least.
yeah.
I mean,
It's not that hard
so
to
yeah,
do.
yeah. Well, it may be hard for somebody my age to love a 70-year-old lady, but why not? I love my grandma.
No.
She gives me money. Yeah, so
Your grandma is your gold digger. And
yeah,
you
something like that. Yeah.
all
So
right.
do you have any more questions about me or
I do have
something or about life or in general or anything? I'm not good with questions. That's a downside to me. I really have to think to ask somebody something.
well, I do just have one
Yeah,
question I'd like to wrap up on. Um,
sure.
just what's one piece of advice that you would like to give anybody watching this who you believe has either faced the same struggles as you, or it has a similar life as you? What helped you through your struggles and you think it'll help them?
Well, advice to the people that feel entitled their life in their whole lives. I mean, the people that were born in good families. By good families, I mean financially stable families that are able to pay for their school, for their education and other stuff, their life basically. To those people, I want to tell them, don't be entitled, don't feel entitled, because this will end. At some point in your life, this will end, and the the pain will come for sure, and you have to learn a lot of lessons in a quick succession, one after another, and this can bring a person to totally the saddest part someone can do with them. You
Yeah,
know, I've not seen it, but I've heard about people that a guy from a rich family. I forgot his name, Stoyan or something. His parents died. He was an entitled kid, a brat actually. Uh, his parents died sadly. He got all their money, and those money were gone in 2 months. In 2 months, millions were gone in casinos, in for hookers, for cocaine, and stuff like that. So you have to learn how to be a decent human early on.
yeah,
And if I might add those three things, loyalty can go a long way, and respect. Uh, what was the other one? How to say? Perceiving is reality.
yeah,
How people perceive you. That's the reality. The reality is never in your own mind. It's around you. And yeah, basically that's it. Oh, and never step on people's toes. Because the toes you step on your way up are connected to the asses you have to kiss on your way down.
I like that.
That's yeah,
I like that.
and and yeah, you might find yourself in a situation where you uh, totally hated someone, and now you have to like them.
For them. Yep.
Yeah,
Or
and
whatever. Yeah.
basically that's it.
Well,
Basically that's it. What I can give.
that's great advice, and I hope everybody takes it, you know, and implements it into their life, because really nobody should feel entitled, and entitlement will just lead to disappointment in life
Yeah.
because you can't keep it up forever if you're not doing anything. Um, but thank you so much for sitting down and talking with me today,
Thank you.
sharing a little bit about your life. Really, the best of luck to you with becoming a lawyer. I know it's one heck of a hurdle, but I believe in you. You seem very intelligent, and also you
Thank
are
you.
you are making wine, so you already know, you know, the good part of life is the booze.
The early Romans said "in vino veritas," which means the truth is in the wine.
Yep.
So yeah.
Well,
Thank you
enjoy your
very
day
much.
and your night, and I hope to see you again soon. Let me know if you ever want to talk again. We can always do another interview. I'm
Yeah,
more
sure. We can do as many as you want. I
awesome.
like to talk.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you again,
Thank you
and
very
I'll
much.
see you soon.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye all.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming in and joining me on this amazing Tuesday evening. If anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comments below. We will get back to them. I haven't been looking at any of the comments when we're live, so that's my bad. But you guys haven't been commenting, so that's your bad. I'll see you next Tuesday, and make sure to DM me if you want to be on the show, because everybody is welcome. Bye.